Hi, my name is Deepa, and my presentation today is on social media. I took a course at Prairie Dickinson University on social media where I learned a lot of different aspects of social media. And before this class, I was thinking something totally different about social media. I was thinking social media is more of socializing with your friends, building your profile on LinkedIn, etc., and a way of communication with my community. So that's what my thinking was on social media. But now it has changed. I realize that social media is not only talking to the friends, it's not only staying connected, but it's also about building your brand. What we want to do about your business is the key to use social media. I mean, President Barack Obama, he actually used social media, right? We all know that, he did his marketing on social media, and that's how majority of the votes were casted over to him in his first term of election. Anyways, that was just a side topic. So now I realize that social media is not just staying connected, it's building the brand, building your name, whether it's your organization, your hobby, or your profile. So there are different ways to use these social media. I use YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and I also was overwhelmed with using a lot of social media. Now I don't feel as overwhelmed because now after taking the class, I know what I will be using for marketing of my business or my hobbies or my interests, etc. So the brand, right? What is the brand? Whether you are a person looking for a job, then you're gonna have a brand on either YouTube or LinkedIn. Your views are shared on blogs. You can create your blogs, and your ideas can also be on Pinterest. So there are a lot of different vehicles that you can start to brand yourself, brand your ideas, brand your hobbies, brand your business. Reach out to different people, reach out awareness of what you want to do with regards to your ideas. So one of my ideas is to raise awareness of cricket in the United States. And my husband and I have started to work on it. Last year we had a tournament called AYPL, American Youth League, where we supported about 400 people came out. We had a team of 20 kids playing the games, and we sponsored the event. But had I done using the social media, it would have been a lot better approach and a lot better reach, and it would have been more than 400 people reaching out to us and watch the cricket show that we had. But anyways, to not to get sidetracked with regards to all of that, the presentation is about International Cricket Council. That's the organization that I had selected to do my work, and I followed them throughout, regardless. I follow them on a weekly basis normally, anyways, because of the tournament that was going on, and there were a lot of chaos with player selection. A lot of decisions were not agreed by people. So we were all, looking at Twitter for this company, International Cricket Council, which is the governing body of cricket tournaments. They sponsor cricket tournaments. They govern the rules and regulations for the players and the game, and they also organize the games throughout the world. National Cricket Council is net worth is $294 million. The practice for International Cricket Council is, like I said, it's mainly about governing body of cricket events in many continents. I think it's only the United States that has not been organized by ICC, International Cricket Council, to do to have sporting events here. However, that has started since last year. There was a big tournament that happened here. It was called Sachin Tendulkar's All Star Game that my family and I went through. The stadium was a full house, pretty much. So, with regards to the ICC, what do they use in order to market, right? They use Twitter, they use Facebook, they use any other marketing channels to market themselves. However, because they're big names like NBAs and NFLs, do they really need that much marketing? But my answer is yes, they do, because that's how they are getting more followers online. That's how they know how many people are following them, right? That's a major thing of the company, to know how many people are interested in them, and that's your brand, because that's how you're making your brand. Normally, ICC will engage the campaign prior to the World Cup championship and friendly games between the countries, and they'll campaign during these times. And that's what I've seen, that there has been increase and decrease in the followers. Whenever there is game, there is an increase. When there is no games, there is a decrease of followers. But then there's a steady flow of followers, either on Twitter or Facebook. So that's pretty good with regards to marketing the event. For the company like ICC, the brand says it all. People are going to follow them. People are interested in cricket, so they'll continuously have the flow of followers. By the second assignment, the organization that I'm following had started to market for the World Cup tournament, as I mentioned, and it's called T20. This just ended for India last week. They're no longer in the final, so I do see the increase. At the time the Indian games were on, from hashtag IND, that was for India, and that increase happened when the games for India was on. Similarly, if the Australia was playing with Britain, those countries had high followers for those games, and people were just tweeting left and right. So by the second tournament in 2016, people were increased, because this tournament happens only 4 years and it's a world championship. What I've learned from this class and the case study is about the marketing techniques. And I've seen a number of followers, as I mentioned, increase or decrease due to the news that comes out of the company, or sporting events like this, or any other events like this. And I plan actually to use a couple of medias for myself for the cricket awareness. I am thinking to use Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook in order to do the marketing for the games that we will have this summer. And I think that's the quickest way to reach out to many people. The lessons in this class have been perfectly planned for definitely the no voice learner myself. I consider it, even though I feel like I was a guru at one point, but I now feel like I have a lot to learn in social media and be serious about it. And like I learned in the class, that you can't just leave your comment and be done with it. You have number of followers, so you have obligation to go back and comment back on your social media. So that's something that I will definitely continue on and be serious about it. The lessons were perfectly planned, as I said. I would suggest to include some more lessons, like web safety and security, so that people know while taking the class that they need to make sure that their privacy settings are set in a certain way, that they're not exposing themselves or to be a threat somewhere else. So that's important thing that I notice, and that will be really good to have for people like me to understand how the privacy settings work and who is watching you. And I think that's all I have for this presentation. I thank you for your time, for teaching me social media. Professor Bilal, thanks. Bye.